Excuse me, Miss had a video that I needed to watch that had to do with this worksheet. Would I be able to airplay that somewhere?
Sure, here, you can just watch it in here. I'll play it for you. Okay, and it's airplaying on the TV. Just go ahead and do your worksheet.
Okay, thank you.
First, we chose X and Y. X stands for the number of mail orders, and Y equals the number of voicemail orders. For the constraints, we used a chart, which stands for the number of minutes. For X, we used 10X, which is 10 minutes for each mail order. And for Y, it is 15Y, which is for 15 minutes for each voicemail order. And then that will be less than or equal to 90 minutes, which is a total given. And for X and Y, we use 3 and 2. 3 is for the mail orders, and 2 is for the voicemail orders.
Okay, so here's our graph. First, we graphed X is greater than or equal to 3, which would be a vertical line at 3 from this equation. Then we took the Y equation, Y is greater than or equal to 2, and plugged it in right here, which is a horizontal line at 2. And then we took this equation, 10x plus 15y is less than or equal to 90, and got the x and y intercepts, which is 9 and 6, and graphed it down here. So we have 6 here and 9 here, and we got a diagonal line. And then for shading, we knew it had to be greater than 3 for the x one, and then it had to be greater than 0 for the x line and greater than 0 for the y line, so they both were shaded there. And then for the diagonal, we plugged it in here. We plugged in 0, 0, and we got 0 is less than or equal to 90, which is true. So we shaded downwards. So the full area where we would shade would be in this little triangle right here. So for this next part, we got the points right here, 6, 2, because we had 2 right here, and we knew it was 6 from the slope. And then for 3, 2, we knew that because it was 2 perpendicular lines. And then for the diagonal line, we had to find a 3, 4, and to do that, we plugged in x is greater than or equal to 3, and we had 10x plus 15y is less than or equal to 90. And we used substitution, so we got 15y is less than or equal to 60, which would get y equals 4, so we had 3, 4 for that point.
To find our objective function, we looked back to the story problem, and we have to find the maximum profit. So the profit for the mail orders is 30, and the profit for the voicemail is 40. So for the objective function, we got 30x plus 40y. And you just take that equation and use the points that we got from our graph and just plug it in. So the first point is 3 and 2, and we plugged it into the equation to get 30 times 3 plus 40 times 2, and we got 170. The next point is 3 and 4, and you plug in that into the equation to get 30 times 3 plus 40 times 4, which is 250. And the other point is 6 and 2, and you plug in that to get 30 times 6 plus 40 times 2, and you get 260.
So after we solved, we got a minimum of 170 at 3, 2, and a max of 260 at 6, 2, but we only need to use our max, and so we use these points, 6 and 2, down here for the answer. So we have 6 mail orders and 2 voicemail orders for $260.
First, we took the 3 equation they gave us in the problem, and we took the top 2 over here and used elimination to get y plus 4z equals negative 18. Then we took the bottom 2 over here, multiplied the very bottom by 2 to get 2x plus 4y, 2x minus 4y plus 4z equals 8. And then we used elimination again to get y plus 6z equals negative 26. And those are our 2 new equations.
So then we took the 2 new equations and we used substitution, and we multiplied the bottom equation by negative 1 and we got 2z equals negative 8, and you divide by 2, which equals negative 4. And you plug in negative 4 into one of the new equations, and we got y plus 6 times negative 4 equals negative 26, and that gets y negative 24 equals negative 26, and then y equals negative 2.
First, we start with the z and y. We plug those into one of the original equations. We got x minus 2 times negative 2 plus 2 times negative 4 equals 4, which would simplify to x plus 4 minus 8 equals 4. And then the answer would be x equals 8.
Alright, for these types of problems, we get something called an ordered triplet. And so it has to be in alphabetical order, x, y, z. So x is 8, y is negative 2, and z is negative 4. And this is the answer for this problem.
Madison, Miss Hal told us we have a quiz tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, we better
So we
study.
gotta learn.